Sagittarius, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth. This is your July tarot forecast, and your theme of the month is the Knight of Swords. Being potentially a bit radical with some of your thoughts and words, being obsessed and intense, focused, but very direct and clear in your communication. If things have been slow previously, there will be a lot of fast-moving action, potentially on an intellectual project. So, let's see what else the cards have in store for you for this month. But before I lay these out, if you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot and I really, really appreciate it. Thanks. Okay, what does Sagittarius need to know for July? Okay, so I'll explain these and then I'll pull some clarifying cards to add another layer, advice cards, and definitely make sure you stick around until the end where you pick your own destiny cards. So in the past, there may have been a bit of a decision that needed to be made, or there was a lack of a decision because the past energy is the Two of Swords, which can often mean a stalemate, or there are two competing ideas, but not necessarily moving forward with either of them. Now, you're coming up as the King of Cups, but I feel like there's maybe a bit of a dissociation within you at the moment. I feel like there's a part of you that's working really, really hard on a creative project, potentially with someone else, but then there's a part of you that's emotionally checked out. I feel like this other person could possibly be a fire sign. I just feel like they're maybe wanting to move forward in a different direction than what you are, and maybe that's why there was a stalemate in the past. I think that there's going to be a lot of action, there will be a lot of messages coming in, and I think it will be more in line potentially with what they want. I feel like this other person is going to end up either getting frustrated at you and not necessarily abandoning you or anything, but they might betray you, they might say something not very nice. It's something you're really going to have to heal from. And I also think that this person may, and it might be because you're not paying attention, I just feel like you two are not in sync with whatever this project is, whatever you're moving forward with. I think that maybe you thought that or maybe you think right now that this will be emotionally fulfilling, or it could be some emotions that are distracting you, or some sort of relationships that are distracting you from really focusing on this. I feel like this other person might be doing a little bit more work, but they're going to say something or do something deceitful, or they could feel betrayed by you, maybe because you're not all in with this project. And I think both of you are in over your heads when it comes to this. I don't see you two working together well at all, whether it's a romantic relationship, love, friendship, work, whatever it is. I don't see it working out. I think the outcome is you literally might lie to people about how the outcome comes out, because I don't think that either of you will really be realistic looking at the situation clearly at all. The outcome is the Seven of Cups. I think that, yeah, both of you to a certain degree are going to be checked out. I feel like you are going to maybe spend a bit more time with yourself when this person betrays you and just heal from that. I feel like you may have something up your sleeve, but you're not necessarily going to use it during this month. Let's pull some clarification cards. I feel like this other person is more of the creative force in this situation. It may have been their idea, and this may have been something to do with how to make money. That was what you were discussing in the past. But I think that you two working together and collaborating is just maybe a little bit too much, a bit too hectic, and I do see that coming to an end. Or in a sense, it has ended right now. I think you're rethinking your priorities. both of you want different things and see this going forward in both in different directions. And again, the outcome, you're going to just come to a standstill again, because neither of you are really looking at this realistically. I think maybe some of you think it will be emotionally fulfilling, but it won't be. Yeah, so I see two people on completely different pages that are not going to work well together, regardless of what aspect it is in your life. You could have also potentially wanted a home together, but whatever this is, it's something that was a great idea in the past, and there may have been steps to try and move forward with it realistically and practically, but it's just not going to happen. I don't see it happening at all. At best, I see this thing being dragged out and not actually happening in a way. It's like this area of limbo. Let's get some advice cards. And then definitely make sure you stick around until the end, where you pick your own destiny cards. Oh my gosh, this so rarely happens because I'm very careful when I shuffle my cards. In fact, I don't think that this has ever happened with this deck. But we've got the Princess of Pentacles in reverse, and that's the same as the part of what you had in the past. So I feel like maybe there was manifestation and creation of these fantastic ideas were previously beginning to move forward in a positive direction, but it's just not really coming to fruition. There is maybe a bit of possibility for that in the future, but it's not happening right now. It's being delayed. Turning this into something realistic, successful, it's not happening at this stage. Part of the reason is because we have this Eight of Swords. One or both of you is not looking at the situation realistically. One or both of you is blinding yourself to the multiple other perspectives and options and alternatives. Maybe one or both of you in the past, well, both of you have your own ideas. You want it to go one way, this other person wants it to go the other way, but one or both of you, this is, your video, so I'm just gonna say you're not looking at other options. It's like you have this idea that, oh, this is the way that it was meant to be, so it's just gonna be this way, when there might be better ways. It's like going on a really long road trip and then you find an amazing scenic shortcut, but you're thinking, no, I'm going to take the longer, more boring way because that was my original plan. Come on. That's all pride and ego. All right, a third advice card, we've got the Two of Pentacles. You really do need to think about what your priorities are, what is really important to you. Is it work? Is it money? Is it family, connection, relationships, love, spirituality? You really need to think about what's important, and that needs to determine the direction and the path that you go in. Final advice card, we've got the Empress. The Empress is the queen of the deck, and she also can represent Mother Nature. She's someone who has worked hard to achieve her status, but she also is sure to treat herself like a queen. So I feel like you need to make sure that you're treating yourself, taking care of yourself, making sure that you're happy. Also make sure that you're getting out in nature. I feel like when you connect with nature, even just find some lovely green grass to walk on your bare feet. I feel things like that will really help. And even though I know there's fruit in this, I never really say this, but I'm just saying it now. Make sure you're getting enough fruit and vitamins and enough nutrients and minerals from the food that you eat. And just really take care of yourself, take care of your body. This is the self-love card. Nurture yourself. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. You are going to pick your destiny card. You always go with the first number that really sticks out with you. You never second guess yourself. Second guessing yourself is ego, which is fine, but we're using intuition right now. So what is this creative project that seems to be at a standstill, that seems to just lack the energy right now to move forward? You two seem to be on different pages. Who is this person? Please do write in the comments below. I really do love reading your comments a lot, the nice ones. All right, one more shuffle. All right, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. If you picked 1, there might be a love opportunity or potentially a new opportunity that is coming your way. Also, this person might be a little bit emotionally manipulative, or maybe you're the one who's wishy-washy and thinking, oh, this will make me happy, oh, that will make me happy, and maybe that's why it took so long to make a decision, because you're trying to actually decide what will be emotionally fulfilling for you and you can't make up your mind. Beneath the surface, I feel like you do have that ability to create, to manifest, to create the life that you want, but I feel like maybe you want a little bit more. Maybe there needs to be a little bit more planning and preparation, possibly. Your advice card is the 4 of Pentacles, so I would definitely not be spending any large amounts of money at all. You want to focus more on saving your money. Of course, I'm not saying to be a penny pincher, but do not make any serious financial commitments at this time. You need to be conservative with your finances. Don't take any financial risks at this time. If you pick 2, I feel like you've already emotionally given up on this situation, because it either was good or it was looking good and emotionally fulfilling in the past, but it is no longer that way, and it is extremely unlikely that it will be that way again. I feel like you are tapping into what you want. This project may have been more of what the other person wanted and was their inspired idea. And I feel like you are not interested in taking on any more responsibilities. I feel like you may have already taken on too many responsibilities. You might be continuing to work with this person because of duty and obligation, but you really need to be kind to yourself, and you need to ask for help, or just think about, is this what you really want? Do you need to level up? Do you need to change your situation? What do you need to do so that this is maybe a bit more enjoyable like it used to be, rather than stressful and back-breaking work that doesn't really seem to be going anywhere, at least not at this stage. If you pick 3, if you picked 3, I feel like you might be thinking about new ways of making money. I feel like this person did potentially betray you, and that does, cause you stress when it comes to working with this person. And I feel like this may have been, you wanted to upgrade your skills and continue your training. Maybe you needed a little bit more knowledge, background information, but you're still really hurting from this betrayal. It is stressful, but you do enjoy continuing to learn, so do continue to do that. Your advice is the King of Cups, and I'm just getting the vibe that maybe work and pleasure shouldn't be mixed. Is this someone that you had, was this, for example, a friend, a family member, or a lover that you both were attempting to maybe start some sort of business venture, but it just really wasn't working because you two wanted different things, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that you two seem to be on different pages, but there needs to be awareness around that. Otherwise, obviously, things aren't going to work out, and I don't really see it happening right now at all in the near future. I don't see good energy. I see stress and detachment from reality, and nothing really happening or moving forward in a positive direction. You really need to have clear boundaries. It's not just about doing things that are emotionally fulfilling. You also want to make sure that you're smart when you take on certain responsibilities, and have a really good balance between your head and your heart. If you'd like a private reading, please send me an email or check out my website. That's in the description below. And if you can also follow me on social media. Also, that's in the description below. And definitely make sure that you're subscribed, because I do monthly and mid-monthly readings. And if you're still here, secret bonus card. Oh, I feel like this is definitely over. Okay, so this project is over. This working with this person is over. It's important, it's transformative. It may wake you up in a sense, but it's over. Have a good month, bye.